Hey there, worship team leaders. Something that I learned early on, and something that was very frustrating for me, that I want to remove the frustration for you, is what if you're at practice and you think that you have all of your keys and music and everything the way you want it, but you get to practice and all of a sudden your guitar player goes, I can't play in that key. So we're going to use the song Mighty to Save again. It's in the key of E. For some guitar players, that's actually not a good key. That's difficult because you've got Bs, maybe C sharp minors, and they're just not comfortable with that yet. And so what you're going to need is a capo key. You need to put it into a key that's easier to play. And we're going to learn how to do that on the fly. The first thing you're going to do is click on that little arrow, and you're going to see, is there already a capo key? Well, for Mighty to Save, we see that no, there is not already a capo key. And so how do we do that on the fly? Well, I'm going to show you an easy way, and it should take some of the headache out of this. We actually need to get out of the Music Stand app. We're going to go to the Services app. Same as on your phone, that's the green one with the 3 lines. When we enter the Services app, same as when you open the Music Stand app, you want to make sure that you refresh. So pull down and make sure that the Services app is fully up to date, or you might have some problems. The next thing that we're going to do, as you've seen, I just closed all of those tabs. We're going to get back into that. But we need to go to the song that we want to edit, or that we need the capo version for. We're already on the correct Sunday. We've navigated there ahead of time. And now we just go ahead and click on the song. So I'm going to click on Mighty to Save. And in the middle of this window that looks very similar to the desktop app that you're already familiar with, and realistically, if you're on a device with dark mode not turned on, this is all going to be a different color, but everything's going to be in the same place. When you look on that side panel on the right-hand side, you're going to go about halfway down, and it's going to say Mighty to Save. You do need to make sure that you're under the Songs tab, because if you're under the Files, it's not going to work. So do be under the Songs tab. You're going to see Mighty to Save. Underneath that, you'll see Default Arrangement. Click on the arrow next to Mighty to Save. This will take you to the Arrangements tab. If you have multiple arrangements, please click on the arrangement that you're currently using. For this song, we have one arrangement, and so we are going to click on Default Arrangement. This takes us to a new menu, and you might think you want to add a file. That's currently the tab we're under. But what you want to do is navigate to Keys, and you can see that's the leftmost option. You've got Files, Schedule, Tags, and Keys. We're going to click on Keys. The next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to add a key. Don't do that. Stop and think for a moment. Everybody else needs to be in the same key except for the guitar player. And so we're actually going to click on the key of E because that's what we want to change. It's in this menu that we can add a capo option. And so our guitar player can easily play D. That's the option that's automatically selected here. However, you can tap on it and change it. Maybe they really like C, which would be a capo 4, which might be a little bit of a stretch for this. So we're going to leave it on D. And then the next thing you'll think you want to do is click Save. But there's one more thing to do. We talked about this a little bit when entering songs. If you don't select the Song Select Chord Chart, and so that's underneath the capo option, and you can see me turn it on there. If you don't select that and you click Save, you'll wonder why all of the things you just did didn't happen. Well, because in effect they didn't. You didn't tell it to do anything. You told it that you wanted these things, but you didn't say how to do it. And so the how is, we want a Song Select Chord Chart. After that, you can go ahead and click Save. So we'll click Save. And it tells you it might take some time to import, and sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. And there's just one last thing to remember. This is a great way to give your guitar player a different key if they need it, but chances are you're actually playing off of one of Jim's arrangements. And so, even though the chords are correct, your guitar player might still have to make some notes, you know, go here, go there, repeat this, in order to make their copy match the one that everybody else is following.